oh, I just really love you people. Oh, I just really admire you people, and knowing good and well they were the ones feeding our babies to gators, lynching us on trees, lynching us with whips and hanging us on trees. Okay? But yet now that the tables have turned, like it says in Esther, they're going to be one of these. At that time, they're going to be like this. And this is in the book of Esther. And then it says, in every province and in every city, whithersoever the king commanded, and his decree came. Now this was before we were scattered across the nations. This is in the book of Esther. And it says, the Jews, which Jew could not be a possibility, had joy, gladness, and a feast, and a good day. And many of the people of the land became Jews, for the fear of the Jews fell upon them. See, a lot of people that's really going to hate us are going to smile big like they love us. Why? Because they're not going to want to be on our bad side when they find out who we really are. They're no longer going to want to look down upon us and mistreat us and tell us what they really think anymore, because of what God has, the position that God's going to put us in. Back in our statuses of whatever status he chooses to put us in. So here they are going again, and like it says, it's in their deeds that is going to save them in the latter time, because there's no one that can sit up here and tell us anything different from these people. Why? Because we have evidence that these people are for us, and that they will not be against us or our enemies. Okay? Now, you see all these arms folded up over their heads. Do any of them look black to you? I mean, you don't see any black arms folded up. These are all pale appearing arms. So don't think that this is a black or white thing. This is a faith and truth thing. And these people are showing in their actions right now that they are not our enemies. They are not against us. They know who we are, and they understand and know prophecy. And you think a little rain's keeping them back? Nope. Rain's not stopping no show. So it's going to be awesome what God's going to do. And at my age, if he blesses me to see this, I will be so happy just to see his work be performed of returning us back to our land. Then I'm good. I can go ahead and go home after that, because I know that God's word has, well, I know it's going to be fulfilled whether I'm here or not. But it's going to just be awesome just to see all of God's people no longer up under somebody else's foot, being mistreated and dealt wrongfully because of the color of their skin and the unfortunate circumstances of them being under other people's feet as a result of their ancestors' stupidity. And see, this is nighttime. This is dark time, and the feast is still strong. I mean, these people really love the Lord. I mean, you cannot tell me that a person can show this much faith. They don't even show this much faith in America. Nowhere in America. They may be out during the day, but at nighttime they gone. But these streets are still filled at night there. Because these people are going to be blessed with us. And you remember that. They will be blessed with us. Okay? Because my prayer will still be in effect, even whether I'm in the grave or not. My prayer will still be honored. You mess with these people, God's going to mess with you. Remember that, because I already know how stubborn and stiff-necked we Hebrews can be. So all, you get over there and you develop a big head, God's going to smack you down and humiliate you before all. But these people here do not mess with. In any shape, fashion, or form. Do not mess with them. This is the reason why I'm showing you these videos, so you will know who not to mess with. Okay? And I've given you scripture proving to you that they're going to be blessed because they are they have proven themselves through strong faith. And this is at nighttime. I mean, this is at nighttime. Now, what U.S. has ever shown this much faith? Where in the U.S. has this much faith ever been displayed? From day and night. And then look at them now, they're getting fun with it, starting to have fun with it. You know, passing her through the crowd. So, I mean, you know, young people got a lot of energy, so I'm not mad. They just having some fun. Yeah. Few of them are having some fun, just passing people through the crowds. You know, kids do that. Young people like to do that, to pass one another through the crowd. So, you know, just something to have fun. I mean, you know, you're in a whole lot of, number one, in those areas, it's already warm. And then you're in the, what do you call it? You're probably out in the sun. So I don't know how in the world they stay cool, you know. Okay. I don't know where the LaSallian photo, I'm not sure where that is. Or unless there's someone who just happened to snap the picture. So I just wanted you to share all these photos with you of these specific people. I have more people to show you of because I don't want you to go make it into God's land and hinder your blessings by operating in stupidity. Okay? So, or out the will of God. I want you to know who these people are so that you can be very much aware. And here's the little youth crowd. First we saw the grown people there. Now you got the young people there. And here's the cross, you know, and part of the Messiah's little crown that they have set up. And see, this is just a symbol of their faith to show the world their beliefs. Why? Because many of them don't even speak our language. And they may not even be bilingual. They may only know their language and no other language but their language. But understand that God is doing some things right now because His word is about to become manifested. And all these crowds of people will be blessed with us. So understand that all these crowds of people will be blessed with us. They will be a nation blessed like we will be a blessed nation. And we will be planted and they will be planted and we will not move anymore. Nobody will be able to come against us to do us wrong anymore. And so we will look at this crowd. I knew I had taken that picture. But that, you tell me, what type of faith is that? And where have you ever seen that type of faith here in America with the false fake Jesus image? Have you ever seen that faith? This amount of faith? That entire country has probably participated. But that's faith. And because of their faith, they'll be shielded. Because of their deeds, because of their actions, they will be protected and shielded and dear friends with us. They will be people that will be blessed right with us. Okay, and then they even have it, we saw the Thanksgiving one, and this is the Good Friday one, Good Friday. So they, Nazareno procession. So they celebrate the Messiah for Thanksgiving, for Good Friday. I mean, they pretty much celebrate Him pretty often. Pretty often. But we're going to make their good works worth it. Because just like we're going to have rest, they're too going to have rest. And they're going to be so happy that they follow truth, and truth was shown in deed that will shield them. Because you will not be able to say that they were our enemies, because I will be ready to smack you down. Not like physically smack you down, but I'm talking smack you down in prayer. Because, see, when I pray, I get results. And because I try to pray earnestly, I'm looking at them and they're doing good works. And if you're not doing better works than them, then shut up. Here's cops. You always got the devil. There's got to hear they coming around and they were harassing some of the people in the audience. And they were telling some of the Filipinos that they should file a suit because of their harassments. Now, they're going to bow before our feet too. It don't matter who they are. Everybody's going to bow before our feet. And we will have a discernment of who's for us and who's not. That's just like with animals and babies that gravitate to me. They know the spirit that's in me. And they draw to me. And they know me. And I know that they know me. And I play with them and all that. And people be shocked sometimes because one dog was a pit bull. He couldn't wait to get to me. And I knew he saw the spirit in me. But when I had things in my hand, I had to put some, throw my trash away first. And so then after I got somewhat situated, then I welcomed him to come. And he came and we just pet him and was just having fun with him. And the whole crowd of people just looked stunned. But they didn't understand. Because they didn't know me and they didn't understand what the dog knew that was in me. So when God is in you, when God leads you, he's going to show you. You'll be able to see through people. It'll be like it's all over their face. You'll see and it don't matter how soft spoken and how pleasant and how friendly and how big smiley they are, the fronts that they're putting on. You're going to see behind those masks. You're going to know who your enemies are because God's going to reveal them to you. So whatever kind of fronts they try to put on, you don't have to concern yourself with. God's going to make you to know them. Okay, so that's about it. This Good Friday should have been up there with Thanksgiving. Where's the Thanksgiving? Oh, there's the Thanksgiving. Okay, let me put this Good Friday up there next to the Thanksgiving. Because I just put it in with this folder and I was putting in other things and I just, excuse me, I just forgot to situate this one. But just to show you that they celebrate the Messiah, that they have their feast on Thanksgiving. They celebrate the Messiah for Thanksgiving, the Black Nazarene procession for Thanksgiving. And where is he? There he is there. Right there. The Black Nazarene translation or election. This was in 2017 and this was during the Thanksgiving feast. And they also celebrate him on other occasions like Good Friday as well, which is what I did not have organized, and I should have had that here just to show you how often that they actually celebrate. Okay, and he's being celebrated for Good Friday as well, among other times that they choose to celebrate his feast. So I am happy that I was able to share that with you. You need to know things like this. Like it says, for the lack of knowledge, my people are destroyed. So we need to know. And also, even with the Black Madonna, this is another thing that is known outside the U.S., internationally known, just not known within the U.S. The Black Nazarene, the Black Madonna. Okay, the Black Madonna, which is showing you that they know that the Messiah and his mother are black. Okay, and you have, if you go on there, if you type Black Madonna on the internet and go into the images, you will see all types of depictions of the Mary or Miriam and the Black Messiah, Yahushua. They call him Jesus here, but like the Filipinos was letting you know, we're acknowledging the Jesus that y'all call Jesus. We are acknowledging him. We call him the Black Nazarene. Okay, and so as you see here, this is one of the popes or the priest or a member within the Catholic Church. I don't know exactly who he is, so let me not try to guess. But he's even bowing before the Miriam and the black. He's acknowledging. He knows because there's a picture right before him. But understand that you're not to bow before any images. I don't care what it is. Don't bow. No man-made images. I mean, it's awesome that the Filipinos have, through their deed, professed to know the truth and have acknowledged that they know who the Messiah is, because they will be blessed with us as with these people here who are reverencing truth. Those who are reverencing truth, God will make us to know who they are. You know, he will make them stand out. This is another portrayal. And be careful of images. Again, do not get into following and fooling with images. But these are people that probably do not speak English, but they are parading in the streets the image of a black Miriam with the black Messiah. Okay, and these are white people as well. These are Caucasian. Well, let me say they're pale. I don't want to say, because I don't know their nationality, to say who they are, but they're not blacks. But they are acknowledging truth, whether they're Caucasian, German, whatever, Poland. And I'm going to type in Black Nazarene so you can see just how many other ethnic groups actually do follow and know that the Messiah and the true mother of the Messiah were black. These are black. This is a black image of Mary and a black image of the Messiah. And these are all non-blacks that are professing truth outside of the U.S. Okay? They know the truth. These people will be shielded with us. Now, how God is going to make us to know, I guess he's going to give us a spirit of discernment to be able to see straight through them. But whatever the case, we're going to know. Was that the end of it? Okay, I guess that's the end of it. I got one that's got a lot of pictures of the Black Madonna. And that was the end of that. But I'm going to type in Black Madonna, and you'll see how many different oh, I'm sorry. I should be in Google with that, shouldn't I? Okay, I'm typing that. But it'll just show you how many well, see, it's used to me. You got Black Madonna right up there front, because it's, and then you notice Nazarene second, because it's used to me being on here. But look at all these different places that acknowledges it. Chizitakawa and Monostrad and Poland and African, and it's got a whole list of them. Let me see if I can. You see something? Okay, let's just see how it comes up with that. Finalists from 32 countries announces. Okay. I had a whole list of it one time. I'm trying to figure out how I got that list. And it was quite a few countries. I mean, outside the U.S. because I remember seeing Poland. Okay, let me see. And I have a list of them somewhere. Okay, anyways, there's, as you can see, just lots of images of the Black Messiah and the Black Mary. And see, people are gravitating to truth. Of course, you're going to have some mixtures of the ones that they have over here as well. But people are gravitating to truth because truth is going to eventually manifest itself, regardless as to how you try to cover it up. It's going to manifest itself. Okay? That's all there's to it. Okay, so now let's go, because I have some other things that I want to try to go over as well. We know that wheat and the tare shall go together. We went over wolves in sheep's clothing. And let's see, I think we did this one because we went over the coronavirus. We went over, we read about in Psalms 91, God's protection and how God will, okay, I think I started on the images and somehow I got off. But I wanted to give you a depiction of how God shields you. I mean, it could be raging storms all about you, but He, like it tells you, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 shall fall at thy right hand, but nothing shall come, but no plague shall come near thy dwelling. So He has you shielded while chaos is raging all around, everywhere else, but He's got you shielded, you and yours. Okay, He's got you shielded with the bright sunny day, you know. And see, that's how God works with His people. You don't feel the effects of the world. The world gets hit with the effects, but you do not. And you don't operate in the world. I mean, it's like He has you just in the palm of His hands. You're protected. I can tell you that He bears you like an eagle bears his young up on his wings. I was trying to find an eagle with his young beard up on his wings because that would have been awesome to see. But I couldn't find any images with a bird or an eagle that had his. And He says that He carefully fluttereth his nest around his chicks. He's there and He's fluttering. You see how He's fluttering his, around his nest. His, around. He's careful. Let me see. Where is that? Oh, okay. It says, as an eagle stirreth up her nest, fluttereth over her young, spreadeth abroad her wings, taketh them, beareth them on her wings. I thought that was awesome. I said, I'd like to see that. But and it shows you specifically that being an eagle. And that's the reason why I have pictures of an eagle. Because that's what the scripture's speaking in reference to, an eagle. And he's fluttering over his young and his nest. So, but I couldn't find a picture of him bearing his, bearing his little ones up on his wings. That would have been awesome to have seen something like that. And then it shows the eagle again, soaring. And now this is a swan. And swans are, as you can see, as babies, they don't look too hot as babies, but they grow up to be beautiful swans. But look at how she shields her chicks beneath her feathers as she's on the waters. They're just sitting on her feathers and they're just floating without having to actually be in the water themselves. Isn't that awesome? And here's another one where she has her babies on her back and they're just shielded beneath her feathers. They don't even have to swim. They're just just on her back getting a piggyback ride. Boy, that's fun. I bet that's really, really nice and fun. And they eventually grow up to be beautiful birds. Awesome. Now, and if we didn't go over this, let's go over this now. I know we did in my previous videos. And those of you who might not have seen the previous videos, it says Yahushua, YAHUSHUA versus Jesus. Well, we know Jesus is a deceit. The name could not be possible in Hebrew, Greek, or Latin. And and the image we know is of a man, is of a deceit, of a man that passed away, and they used his image to create the image of the fake Jesus that is being taught in the U.S. Okay? But yet his Hebrewic name is Yahushua. Yahushua. Okay, let's go back because I'm not trying to miss a beat. If I get started on something, I'd like to go ahead and try to hit every stone. Okay, it says Jesus is Catholic. Yahushua, or they got this spelled Yahusha, not Yahushua. It would have been a U here. Yahushua is Hebrew. Which do you claim to be your Messiah? You better make a choice. That's one thing that's for sure. And they need to stick with Old Testament. They're in 2 Corinthians, which was written by Paul, a man who used to be a persecutor of the church. But I know that over the years, some of the Old Testament, which is still prevalent today, but some of it is more broken down and more like it goes into detail, a long list of things that they're doing wrong, just a list. And wow, you know, this society is really in sin, you know. And so some people can read the New Testament a little better, but the more you read the Bible, the more God will open up your understanding. It says, if our Messiah was a Hebrew, how come we call him the Greek name Jesus? Well, that's what man did. That's not what God did. You said, how come we call him? Then you have to ask yourself, are you following Hebrew or are you following the Romans? Because the New Testament was not only was it translated, as I showed you with the ancient books, the 1560 Geneva and the 1611 Holy Bible, which J's did not even exist then. So there's no J's in print. This was done by man. So that's about the answer that I will leave with that question. Many things were done wrong by man, but the Messiah's name in Hebrew is Yahushua, Yahushua, the black Messiah, because he was black. Okay, and international countries know this. They know the truth, and they are practicing the truth, and they will be blessed with us, and God will make us to know who they are. Yahushua, the black Messiah, and his disciples, of course, would have been Hebrew or of his same, the same type of people that dwelt with him at that time. They would be of that same similar nationality. And then somebody's asking a question. Again, not that I know all the answers, but let's take a look. If Jesus' color didn't matter, you wouldn't care if I said he was black. Exactly. Because if he was white and it wasn't a problem, then when the truth comes out stating that he's black, that shouldn't be a problem. It's only going to be a problem with people who are operating in lies and deceits, and of course racist. And it shows you where it tells you the man that, you know how you heard footprints. The I think it was a small story or a poem or something about footprints, and that footprint who carried you when you were at your lowest terms in your life, your most lowest moments of your life. There was only one set of foot. You look back in there, and every time you look back at the lowest points of your life, there was only one set of footprints. And you said, well, Lord, I thought you said you would never leave me. And he told you, he said it was at those times, that's when I carried you. That's when you saw, the times you saw just one set of footprints at your most lowest lives and turmoil or tragic times of your life. Those were the times, the moments when I carried you. That's when you saw one set of footprints. Awesome. Yahushua with a U. Yahushua. Yahushua, the Black Messiah. And other international countries know this. Okay, and we're waking up because God is about to put us back in our land. Okay, where we belong. And it's saying Yahushua wept. It's acknowledging his name to be Yahushua. And Yahushua, the Black Messiah, was the one who walked on water. Okay, when he told Peter to come forth, when he walked towards the ship that his disciples were in, and Peter wanted to come out on the water, and he told Peter to come forth, and Peter came forward, and he was walking on the water for a while. Then he started looking around at the water and the raving sea and all that, and then all of a sudden he began to feel, his mind became doubtful. Oh, and he started to sink, and the Messiah had to catch him. And he said, wherefore did thou doubt? You know, you were, as long as your eyes were on me, you were walking on the water. Where did you doubt? And it shows you here a Black Messiah. And see, even priests are acknowledging. See, these people here are operating in truth. They're not racist. They're just operating in truth. Okay? He knows that the Messiah is black. He knows this. He knows this. And he's operating in truth. But he should not be worshiping any images, though. But what they're doing, they're saying, you know, look, I know that this is, I'm just telling you I agree with this. Okay? That's all what I'm believing that they're saying, is that I'm letting you know that we agree with the fact that the Messiah is in fact black. He is a black man with brass skin and wool hair, but the texture, with the white colored hair, but the texture was wool. With brass colored skin, the color white, but the texture was wool. And it talked about the 7 candlesticks. Okay? And this was the image I showed you earlier, where I showed you it in a more realistic form. Now this is what brass would look like if it were burned in a furnace. It would be black. It would not be light brown. When you burn something, it gets darker. Set a piece of paper on fire, or set wood on fire, or set something on fire, and then look at what color it turns. It don't turn white, it turns black. It says